What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and today we have another Tester Tuesday edition where we are going to cover 3 scents. 1 is current, 2 are retired. Let's get into it. Let's talk about our first place scent for the week. It is I Love Clover. This is a limited time offer scent in the fresh category, a dark green wax. It had 35% of the vote. On Cold Sniff, it's about a medium plus in intensity. It's available as the St. Patrick's Day wax bar for the year. So Scentsy says, crisp green apple rambles through flourishing meadows of clover leaf and fresh grass. So I am a lover of green scents, and this is very much a green scent, but it's a sweet green scent. And I think what's happening is there's a little bit of fruit in here that's making it sweet. Now, Scentsy's fresh cut grass is actually also on the sweet side, so I think that they tend to lean towards that. But I think in addition to the apple that's lending sweetness, I think there's a watermelon. And a viewer actually commented that as well. Now, she didn't really like the watermelon. She found it too sweet, but I really enjoyed it. The clover is sweet, the grass is sweet, the fruit is sweet, but it's definitely green, predominantly green. So keep that in mind. So what did my family think of this very green scent? My husband said, it smells like the outside. He said 7 out of 10. Erica said 9 out of 10. And Ryan said 8 out of 10. And I would say it was about an 8 out of 10 for me as well. So I decided to use 1 cube in the storage room in my honey, what's it called? Beehive warmer. And it was about 8 out of 10 there. It threw within about 5 minutes. It was crazy. And I think I left it going a little over a day. I didn't find it lasted very long. And in my open layout, I used the other 6 cubes that you see that are missing here between 4 warmers that I have there. It was about 8 out of 10 as well for intensity. And again, after about a day, I felt like I couldn't pick it up as well. Now, it could be that I just get immersed in scents, but I just found that it seemed to wear off a little bit. Sometimes I went up and smelled the wax and I could still smell the smell of the wax, but it didn't seem to be scenting the area. That's just my experience. Perhaps I'm wrong. So if you're someone that likes fresh cut grass, you like greenery scents, you like scents that are a little bit sweeter in nature, then I would definitely pick this one up. And it is open concept worthy. For me personally, it didn't last a long time, but would I be repurchasing this? Most definitely. I'm going to try to pick up 1, but I'm hoping this will come back next year in the catalog. I think this would be a great addition in the fresh category. That is I Love Clover. All right, let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It's a retired scent called Pixie Sparkle, and this is packaging from 2020. It had 16% of the vote. It's almost as slate bluish colored wax, and on Cold Sniff, it's maybe medium or just shy of. And I don't know what category Scentsy put this in. I forgot to check. But I would probably say it's kind of in the body care sweet family. So let's read the scent description. It says, sparkling strawberry, skipping over vanilla marshmallow, and breezy blush amber feels just like a fairy tale. So I don't really get strawberry. Maybe I get a little bit of vanilla marshmallow as a creamy underbase note or whatever. But I think what I'm getting the most is breezy blush amber. So I describe this as a sweet, earthy amber that leaves a little bit cozy perfumey. That's how I describe it. It's a really hard scent to describe, and in fact, I don't feel like Scentsy has any other scent that is similar to this. And in the past, when I first smelled this, I was just kind of like, and then as I warmed it, I really grew to love it. I called it my guilty pleasure. It's a PGP, Patricia Gates Guilty Pleasure. And in saying that, I had a few bars, and then people would send me some because I don't think everybody loved this one. So I've had maybe 5 to 6 of these over the past few years. So again, it came out in 2020. And I will say that when I saw this coming up in Tester Tuesday, I was excited because I really like this, and I get to use up a couple old clamshells. Now, I opened the clamshell, and I thought to myself, this wax is changing. Some wax changes and it kind of goes like a waxy tone. This smells a little bit like Pixie went and put a leather jacket on and went to the Canadian Tire store. There's a little bit of a rubbery leather note. And it almost is like a top note. And it kind of took me aback. And I thought to myself, is that going to come out in the warmers? It did for about 3 or 4 hours. And then my regular Pixie Sparkle was there. And I was like, okay, good. But this is a lesson to you all. Don't hoard your wax. Melt things when you love them, because sometimes they change. The wax might start to break down, things change, etc. So if you have wax from 2020, that is Pixie Sparkle, go and dig it out and give it a smell. If it smells like it's starting to change, put it in the warmer and be prepared that it might be 3 or 4 hours of that, and then it's going to go back to your regular Pixie Sparkle. All right, so what did my family think of this? My husband said 6 out of 10. He doesn't love it, but he doesn't hate it. Erica said 9 out of 10. Now, she smelled this probably 6 or 7 times before she gave me her review. And she made a face when she first smelled it. And then she said, this one grows on you as you smell it. So I'm thinking maybe she smelled that weird smell at the beginning. And then as she kept breathing in, the Pixie Sparkle undertone was coming out. Ryan said it's a good one at 8.5 out of 10. So I decided to put some here in my bedroom. I put 2 cubes here and 2 cubes in the bathroom, leave the bathroom door open, close the door to the other part of the apartment. And it was about 7 out of 10 at its max. And I left it going about a day and 3/4. Now, normally this would last longer than that for me, but it could be that the wax is 5 years old. I don't know. It just didn't seem to last as long as normal. And it acted that way in the kids' bathroom as well. 7.5 out of 10 for 2 cubes and the night sky warmer. And I left it going around 2 days, and then I changed it. So I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this is, to me, like no other scent that I've ever smelled from Scentsy. So, and I believe it came as a Bring Back My Bar, maybe in Region 2. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm still getting that weird rubbery note that I don't love. But it's a bedroom scent for me. I might warm it in my open area and just kind of load up the warmers to kind of use this up before it really goes bad. Would I repurchase this? Yes. But I would probably try to use it between the 3 and 4 year mark at most, so I don't have the change happen. I believe I probably warmed this about a year ago and didn't have any issues, but I don't often go and smell every wax bar that I have. So sometimes there's a few that sneak into Tester Tuesday that have changed. This is one of them, so make sure, like I said, go and check your Pixie Sparkle stash. All right, let's talk about our third scent for the week. I was able to sneak another one in. It is Pink Sugarberry Mint. This is a pink colored wax. Cold sniff intensity is about a medium. And Scentsy has put this in the bakery, but I would say it's more fruity. And I believe this had about 14 or 15% of the vote. I will put it down below. This was March 2021 scent of the month. And this is a 2022 clamshell that I warmed. It says plump raspberry is delightfully dusted with sugar and the sweetest hint of peppermint. All right. This is a youthful presentation, almost like a cotton candy scent. And we do have a few of those throughout Scentsy's lifespan. I would describe it as a raspberry cotton candy. There's slightly more raspberry to me than cotton candy. And I don't really get mint, but what I get is almost like a fresh air backdrop. And maybe that's the mint, I don't know. So I decided to go up and look up the scent notes. Because I know back in those days we had top, mid, and base notes, and I stumbled across my video and I watched it. And the top notes are plum, raspberry, and strawberry. The mid notes are peppermint, snowdrop, and peony, so I believe a couple florals in there. And base is sugar, coconut, vanilla, and fresh air accord. So yes, I would definitely say I get fresh air accord, but I don't really get a lot of bakery notes. I think what's happening is maybe the sugar, coconut, and vanilla is giving a little bit of a hazy, dusty quality to the sweetness. And at the end, it comes across a little bit sweet and tart. I actually prefer this a lot more at the beginning than the end. And this is an okay scent for me. I actually prefer scents like Candy Orchard and Cotton Candy Cookie over this. But maybe if you like scents like Angel, or even that scent from Better Homes and Garden, I think it's called Pink Sugarberry. I'll put a picture of it here. I don't know if they still make that. Then you might like this one. So these kind of scents often appear in flash sales and bundles and clearance. So that's why we review these older ones, just because. Now, I would probably say you could warm this anywhere, but it does lean a little bit youthful, so maybe in kids' rooms. But performance-wise, it actually does pretty well. Let's talk about what the family thought first. My husband said 8 out of 10. Erica said 6 out of 10, which I was surprised at. And Ryan said between 7.5 and 8. And for me, I would say I'm about a 6 or 7. It's okay for me. But what I will say is I really appreciate its performance. Let's talk about that. In the bedroom here, it was between 7 and 7.5, and I left it going almost 3 days. I actually took the wax from my warmer that I have on this dresser and transferred it into the bathroom and let that one go. And then I wanted to warm something else in here. So I left it going 2 full days in both spots and then transfer the wax. Sometimes I do that transfer technique. And in the boys' room, we're on the start of day 3 now, and you can still smell it. It's about a 3 out of 10. It's a tangy, sweet raspberry tone to me. So would I repurchase this one? I still have 2 more bars, and actually Ryan really, really liked this years ago, and he never commented that he really, really liked it. But performance is really good. I'd say it's a good strength and longevity is average to above average. So definitely recommend trying this if you haven't tried it, and it is pink sugarberry mint. All right, let's move to the portion of the video where I'm going to present to you 6 scents and you guys are going to vote. If you're new to my channel, pick 2 different scents, put them down in the YouTube comments section. If you can't vote on YouTube, find my Instagram post. It's Patricia Gates. Put your 2 votes there. Now I'm waiting for a bunch of new bars to arrive and they're taking their good old time. So unfortunately, they're not supposed to be here for a while. So we have to go to the wheel. And all the wheel scents mostly are going to be retired. But like I said, even what happened in Club this past week where we had a bunch of old bars kind of randomly appear. This is why it's important to hear about scents that are retired, because I noticed a whole bunch of my videos were all of a sudden getting views and I was like, what the heck's going on? And sometimes that's a hint that there's something going on. Anyway, let's head off to the wheel and see what choices we have this week. Okay, so here we are with the wheel of names. We're going to spin for scent number 1. And what I'm going to do after each spin is I'm going to shuffle the options. So scent number 1 is From the Moments by Moments Graduation. So let's remove and press shuffle. Okay, let's go again. Scent number 2. Sometimes I find the wheel stops in the same kind of zone, so I just want to shuffle. Scent number 2 from the Mental Health Awareness collection is Rosemary and Mint. So let's remove that and shuffle again. Scent number 3 is going to be also from that collection, Blue, Lavender, and Bergamot. So let's remove and shuffle. Scent number 4. Sometimes when you're spinning, you lose track of what scent you're on, but scent number 4 is going to be Dazzle Darling. Here we go, remove and shuffle. Scent number 5 is going to be Rise and Sunshine. That's a former scent of the month. And last one, what do we have, Vanna, for scent number 6? Scent number 6 is going to be Showered in Flowers. So, gotta love the wheel. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.